Welcome back to Real Business Roundtable. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to talk about something that I believe is very important. I think that, and we're going to probably argue about this, but as a business owner, as someone who's building an empire, as someone who's constantly working, you need a little bit of distress. You need a little bit of
Hawaiian music.
You need
and then put palm trees around him.
You need to give yourself a little bit of time off. You need to decompress. You need to restart, because if you don't, there's a chance you burn out unless you're not human, So that's what we're going to talk about today. How to de-stress, how to relax. At the end of the day, the best practices in order to decompress and make sure that you're in best mental shape for your next venture that happens the day after.
As an entrepreneur, you're going to deal with stresses. It's going to come with it. It's all about your ability and you accepting to deal with it and handle it and how you're going to react to it. Now, you could have stress and you could cry about it. You could give up. You could just put your hands up and say, I'm done. Not exactly the best way to handle things, but I would recommend a more therapeutic way to handle dealing with stress. And for the record, this is just based on our experience and our personal opinion on how to deal with stress. We are not therapists by any means, even though Sam here went to school for that jazz. Just want to make sure this is just person to person, friendly advice. We are not therapists.
Listen, for years we've been dealing with constant go nonstop. And there's times where, I've even felt burnt out, and it had affected me in performing as best as I could. And I had to figure out ways to decompress, to de-stress, to relax. And I've been doing that. I've been enforcing it a lot recently as well. And I think you may enforce it even if you don't notice. What I'm thinking about right now is, so I am constantly talking to people all day, constantly in communication, constantly working on many different projects. We have different things going, boom, 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 boom. And I'm on top of them. But at some point, and I've noticed that in my personal relationships outside of work, that it had affected those relationships. I'd be going out to dinner. Oh, 1 second, I got to take a call. I'd be that person. And I have a reason for it. I'm building something, and I'm making sure that it's going to be built and it's going to be big, and I have big plans, and those things are happening. We work towards those big plans, and things, they just come up and you have to take care of them. But I have pretty much and I talked about this before, where for the first hour of my day, I don't really look at my phone. I don't really do much. But I started doing that at the end of the day as well.
Yeah.
I don't have a certain time, but I get to a point now. Before I didn't have a time. I would just go, and I would lose track of time, and it would be up fucking 11 o'clock, and I'd be like, yo, it's 11 o'clock. Like, where did the day go? My days were just going by like crazy. But more recently, I put my phone, I find a time in the day where it's like, all right, it's done. I have a checklist of things I got to do, checklist of people I got to call. Those are done. Put my phone aside, then do whatever I want to do, make some dinner, hang out, do this, do that. And I think you do that too. I don't know if it's intentional or unintentional.
What?
Like one day, I'll even if more recently, there'd be something that comes up later in the night, 8 o'clock, I'll text you, yo, this, and that, just getting it out of the way. But you won't answer that thing, and I don't know if it's because you're busy or whatever, but it will kind of almost ignore that, and we'll talk about something else.
At late at night, I'm kind of in the zone where I'm trying to recoup.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of I'm watching.
That's your downtime.
Yeah.
That's your downtime.
That's when I'm kind of decompressing. But if it's extremely urgent or something.
Obviously.
Yeah. So I have so my weeks are go. My weekends typically are a form of stress release that I do with my son is we train every Saturday. We lift weights. We train bodybuilding movements, traditional workout. None of this CrossFit stuff.
Dude, you can't shit on that, bro. Bro, I actually, you know what? No, wait. Put a pin on it real quick. Remind us where we were. I watched a video recently where this smaller guy, not a bodybuilder, he's just, into calisthenics, into like, body weight exercises.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No. But that's what that is. He went into a gym with a bodybuilder, fucking huge dude, big. And they benched the same fucking weight.
But that's like a Honda that can keep up with a Ferrari. It's still a Honda. That dude is still a small piece of shit. The bodybuilder aesthetically looks better. The Ferrari is more beautiful. The Ferrari is a piece of artwork.
I don't think you could say that, bro. That's like crazy.
The underdeveloped guy hitting a vape.
Underdeveloped. You're saying underdeveloped. Like
the underdeveloped guy hitting a vape with a man bun is not technically better just because he can bench the same. Don't get me going. But here's the thing,
bro.
We do bodybuilding, classic bodybuilding movements, pull downs, all that stuff. Don't want to get off topic. We treat the weightlifting as a form of therapy to release and to recoup, and just it feels good. It's good to let it out. That is one form of like relaxation. 100%. Just 100%. Sometimes taking a little bit of a nap. I have this little chair in my bedroom where I have a little sound machine that sounds like rain. I put that on and I'll just sit on that chair, close my eyes, and just here's a trick. If you're feeling extremely stressed, and I'm not a doctor, but there are supplements out there that can help you with stress.
Wait, real quick. I want to stay on fitness real quick, and then we can move on to that, because that's a big part of what I was going to say.
So you get like the runner's high from cardio. Cardio is really good for you too, not just weightlifting.
If you're dealing with a lot of stress, even if you're not, even if you're just busy constantly, even if you think that it's not going to happen, there's going to be a point where you burn out and you're going to be like, oh, I got to slow down. You don't slow down. These things that we're going to say are going to help you continue to be proactive and can continue to be, as efficient as possible. And working out is massive. You could work out for 25 to 40 minutes in the morning and you're still going to get a phenomenal workout. Heavy lifts, heavy weights, whatever, cardio is a good one. It doesn't have to be 2 hours long. Go to the gym for 30 minutes. Work out at your house for 30 minutes. Do, body weight workouts. Yeah,
you can do push-ups. You can do pull-ups. You can find something with a little bit of an edge of a 90-degree angle and hang your heels down and do calf raises.
Yeah. I mean, you could go for a fucking jog. Go for a run. Not only is this good for de-stressing, just is naturally proven, but get into fitness. Write a regimen for yourself. Test yourself. Challenge yourself, because you need different things in your life to focus on than just one thing, right? This will give you something to challenge yourself, challenge your brain, challenge your mental, challenge your body. And it's very important to continue to challenge, to keep growing in that way while you're growing this way as well. I just wanted to kind of build off of that. Supplements is another thing that I've gotten very into.
Yep.
I know you're very adamant on it.
Oh, I'm a big
fucking
believer
pills a day
in supplements. Love them. So for stress, what I have noticed, and sometimes it's a little too strong, is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha.
Magnesium's good for stress.
Yep. So ashwagandha is an herb. It's used in Indian medicine. It lowers cortisol, which is the stress hormone. But in my opinion, based on my usage, I am not a doctor and I cannot prescribe any medicinal herbal regimen. I'm just saying what I use. So what I do is I take one capsule towards the later afternoon, around 3 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock, one. I was doing like a couple a day, 3 a day.
Yeah, I do
2 or 3
one in
a
the
day.
morning and one in the afternoon.
I just, well, I don't know. I personally just don't want to overdo it. So what I do is 4 days on,
I'm done.
3 days off. That way my body can kind of reset. I'm not developing a tolerance. So ashwagandha is good. Magnesium is really good for like calming your nerves down. But here's the thing with magnesium. It could make you a little bit sleepy. So maybe start
I
taking
feel like ashwagandha does that too.
That's why I take it later in the afternoon.
Yeah, I take 500 in the morning, 500 at night.
Yeah, magnesium's really good. Another one that seems to dull the stress, and I'd be kind of careful with this because I think I might have overdid it, is NAC. It's called NAC something else cysteine. I can't remember the damn name. See, I'm not a herbalist. I don't know this stuff. I'm not. It's called NAC. Fuck.
You're good, bro.
NAC. Just look it up. When I took it, it numbed. It numbed stress a little too much. Where I was like, wait a minute, nothing's bothering me. This is not right.
Were you stacking with other stuff though?
I was taking both. It was like I didn't want to like get sick, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I was kind of getting a little crazy with it to prevent getting sick, and I noticed a little bit of a dulling happening. So I immediately.
Well, when you say crazy, how much were you taking? Like a twice the dosage?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I did that once, and I had the most insane heart palpitations I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. So don't.
I was literally sitting there and
So
went.
the viewers, don't do that, because I was paranoid about getting sick. I was researching all the vitamins I should be taking, and I kept reading about NAC, and I was like, okay. I did a little homework on it, and it has a lot of health benefits, and I noticed a very significant acute dulling.
Significant acute.
Dude, it calmed, like it literally
That's good. Try it out.
But it almost felt like it
Talk to your doctor. See if it's safe for you to take it.
I was like, whoa, this stuff's serious. So I was like, okay, so I have not touched it in probably a year. I was taking it. I took it for about 2 years.
Ready? If you want to get into supplements, this is what I did when I first started. There are a ton of tests online from different brands that you can take, supplements that you can get supplements from. I mean, Nature Made, there's so many of them out there. Go on there, take a test, find out what it says you should take, do your research. But then also, find a way to keep you on top of it. I get these containers. I literally have some on me. I get these containers. This comes in a box. It's labeled. Every single day has a different one. This holds like 30 capsules. I don't take 30 capsules. This is my midday supplements, but it comes in a container. I have it in my room. I take Monday out, pop them in the morning, whatever. Keep yourself, if you want to get into supplements, keep yourself accountable for them. Make sure you have a little bit of a structure with them, because you'll more likely take them, and they're very helpful. So fitness, supplements, hobbies. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a hobby. Find something, you have something that you're passionate about. It could be fitness, could be cars, could be crafts. I don't know. Could be drawing, anything. Making music. That's one of my big hobbies. I love messing around with music. Video games. Find a hobby, because keeping mental fortitude is extremely important. If you overrun your brain so much about work and about stuff that you have to do the next day, you're going to burn out. It's going to be draining. You're going to be drained. You're not going to be nearly as efficient as you can be the next day, next week, whatever it is. Find something where you can focus on, that you have passion in, that can take your mind off shit. Watch a movie, find a TV show you like, something, just any sort of hobby that you enjoy doing. Find someone else you like doing it. Find a community that does it. It's very important to have a passion aside from your business.
Let's talk about breathing.
Breathing. Wim Hof. Fucking beautiful.
Deep, deep breaths. In with the nose. Out with the mouth. And if you breathe in as deep as you can with your nose and hold it for about 2 seconds. Don't go. Go. It's going to really, really help with reducing stress. If you feel like a sudden burst of a stressful situation, just lean back in your chair, kind of look up, just take 7 deep breaths.
Do it for 2 minutes.
Yeah, just
literally 2 minutes, 120 seconds.
And then it will make the thing that's stressing you out less impactful.
Yeah.
It works amazing.
Look up Wim Hof.
Breathing.
Do some research. Wim Hof is very, very interesting. Watch videos on it. Learn what he does. He essentially takes something so simple as breathing and turns it into something that heals you from illnesses, something that could save your life, something that can simply de-stress the situation help you de-stress. So look him up. That's very important. It's very interesting to read into. Wim Hof.
Another thing that an entrepreneur needs to understand, that there are going to be things that stress you out. You need to have the mental ability to handle the stress and manage the stress as well as relieve the stress. So another good thing that's important is massage. Massage is important because you hold a lot of stress in parts of your upper back, and it has helped me a lot. I haven't gotten a massage in a long time, but if I'm feeling really, really stressed and I'm feeling achy, and it's always good to go get a massage. It's good for you. It's good for blood flow and stuff like that. It's also good for relieving stress. If I'm feeling stressed out, again, I will either do a breathing exercise, get a massage, but it's times like that just a calm, quiet corner of your room.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
A corner of your room will actually, with some nice white noise, if you want to listen
in a fetal position.
If you want to listen to some Tibetan bells, those are nice. If you look up the Tibetan bowls, it's like a Tibetan bowl.
Bowl.
Those are good.
Yeah, like
or the sound of a gong.
Bathing.
The sound of a gong.
You know what?
It's like so zen.
You know what helps me? Really focusing on like small things, like really focusing, because like it helps you, like especially especially in significantly stressful situations, not just day-to-day stress. Focusing on like the little things, like really just think about like plants. And I know this sounds stupid, but just think about like plants, like the sun, small but big shit, right? Like the sun is going to go up the next day. No matter what.
Yes, now I know what you're talking about.
The moon is going to rise.
Yes. If the sky has a bunch of like stars in it and you're looking at it, just look up at the moon and the stars, and it's just like you're like, okay.
Yeah,
everything's gonna be all right. Sometimes that works. I know what you're talking about.
Because like this is what I'm talking about. Like you
just look at nature.
You were just talking about like rain and stuff like that. Like if you really think about it, you're in a very, very stressful situation. You look up at the sun. You think about the fucking ground under your feet. You take off your shoes, go outside, step on some grass. I'm not even fucking kidding.
I want B-roll.
Yo, listen, there have been extremely stressful situations. Your health right now, in this moment, when you're standing on that grass, when you're standing on that sand, things happen in the world, no matter what you do. They're out of your control. Just take yourself out of a situation for a little bit, because I've been in extremely stressful situations where I had no fucking clue what to do. I had no idea. Other than to shut down. But, I realized that these things are all out of my control and you can't really do anything about it in the moment. So just take yourself out of the situation. Think about the big things that don't change, because the sun is going to rise in the morning. You know, the stars are going to come out at night, and there's going to be oxygen in the air.
And as an entrepreneur, there is going to, and I don't want to go off on the deep end here, but you have to remember, there's going to be good and there's going to be evil, and the evil forces out there are going to try to fuck with you and test you.
It's a test. That's
so you got to have the fortitude and like the drive and the faith. I'm not going to talk about any religion and shit. I'm just saying, just understand that there's good and there's bad, and you always do good, do the right thing, and as evil tries to fuck with you and
It's a
step in, you move past it. You move past those negative, evil fucking snakes, and you just get to the goal. And just don't get scared. Don't get overly stressed, and just always do the right thing, and you should be good.
Think about it this way. The worst things that could happen to you in the moment are subjective. It's you. When you get past those things, you got to think about the future. You're going through those things right now, but when you get past those things, think about what it's going to feel like. It's going to feel like nothing. It was nothing. You're past it now. Time heals all. Think about what the next thing that could happen. You're going to be able to take on issues, bumps in the road like it's fucking nothing. Because
sometimes in business, you're going to deal with people who have evil intentions to try to hurt your business
too.
There are challenges and things that are driven purely by evil, jealousy, and hatred that a lot of entrepreneurs need to deal with. And sometimes the writing's clearly, like, it's clear on the wall, like people are like, oh shit, competitor must have did this or whatever. And some people can read through the lines, but if you're going through a stressful situation in your business where an evil force or agenda is like trying to hurt your business, just always keep focusing on, I'm going to get through this stressful situation. I'm going to do the right thing, and I'm going to manage this stress and relieve this stress the best I can within my means. And don't let it get the best of you. Like, you can work through it. And like the thing about, what's his name? The famous karate guy is like a wicked, allegedly a stoic. What's his name? Chuck Norris.
Oh, yeah.
So I watched this little clip of Chuck Norris getting interviewed, and he's like, I stress about nothing.
Is that true? You don't worry about things? No, because it doesn't do any good. The thing is, let's say you worry about a problem. So here you are worrying and all this stuff. All of a sudden the problem's solved. All that anguish for nothing. You know, the thing is, worry doesn't solve the problem, and it actually hinders the problem. What you've got to do is try to find ways of solving that solution or that problem. And if you do, then you don't have time to worry about it.
They're like, how do you do it? He's like, well, think about it. He goes, people sit there and they're like, get all stressed out. People get all stressed out over something that's going to probably most likely get resolved. So what was the point of all that? You know, that was a nugget of wisdom that I was like, wow.
Really just opens up your mind.
Chuck Norris is more than just kicking someone's ass. He's like, now he's providing these like Zen guidance clips. I've never seen that clip, but respect to Chuck Norris.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'll keep it PG, but one last thing is sex.
Let's have sex.
Good sex is amazing for de-stressing. But thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Go check us out on Instagram for clips, updates, more, and peace out.